Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode on my YouTube channel where in today's video I wanted to talk a little bit about a very common topic amongst job seekers, but something that just kind of gets swept under the carpet a little bit, I feel like, and that is being in a bad work environment or having a bad relationship with your boss and not kind of knowing what to do from here. So I'm going to talk a bit about that from my own experience, but also from a recruitment perspective as well. Okay. So, first things first, and genuinely speaking, as a recruiter and as a person as well, if you are unhappy in your current work environment, if you are going to work every single day and you genuinely dread the idea of your job, you dread the idea of seeing your boss, you have like genuine fear of this person, like Sunday night rolls around and it's not just like a typical, like, oh, I got work tomorrow, ha ha ha. It's no, like you're genuinely dreading the idea of going into work. You need to get out of there. Okay. The number one thing you are not going to be doing is sticking around and sucking it up because society told you to or something like that. Okay. Get out of there. You don't have to like quit on the spot. You don't have to have like a Hollywood mic drop moment in the office, but like you genuinely need to start planning an exit plan or creating an exit plan strategy from this point on. Okay. And the reason being is, guys, and I feel like it's the most rational thing here, is if you are unhappy or something is causing you like genuine unhappiness and ruining your mental health, get out of there. There is no need for you to be there. Okay. Now, one of the most common objections or common comments that I face from people in these situations is, well, I've only been at the company for 2 months and it's going to look bad on my CV, or I want to stay for X amount of more months because it's going to look better on my CV or look better on my LinkedIn, etc., etc. Let me tell you two things. Number one, as a recruiter, we don't care. Number two, who cares what other people think? Okay? Genuinely speaking. All right? As a recruiter myself, I have genuinely dealt with candidates who have been at companies for only 1 month or 2 months, 3 months, whatever. Okay? I speak about it with senior recruiters all the time. None of them have an issue with it. Okay? What these people care about is that if you've been at a company for just a couple of months, or I was about to say a couple of weeks, but we'll just use a couple of months as an example. Okay? If you've been at a company for like 2 or 3 months and you are actively trying to move on, what recruiters are going to care about in interviews isn't the fact that you're leaving a company. They want to figure out why you're doing it, for starters, but more importantly, they want to know what you want in an ideal environment, because for you to leave somewhere after 2 or 3 months, there's a reason behind it. Okay, there is a reason behind it, whether it's a bad relationship or a particular environment or the work that you're doing, whatever it is, they just want to know why. Okay, because remember, as I've said before on this channel, the number one skill recruiters want in an ideal candidate is predictability and also reliability. Okay, they want to make sure they know what they are getting in their candidate. Okay, so that's all you have to present. Okay, use me as an example. Okay, I was at my first ever 9 to 5. All right, I did not like it. Okay, wasn't a fan of the management. I wasn't a fan of the environment itself. I didn't. It wasn't a personal hatred or anything like that, but it just was. It just wasn't the environment for me to. It wasn't the best environment to get the best out of me. Okay. Now I was at that company for about 5 months. Okay, no 9 to 5, no previous like long-term experience in recruitment, but I knew what I wanted. Okay, I wanted to be in recruitment. I just wanted a better environment for a couple of things that I won't obviously talk about on this channel. Maybe another video, I don't know. But yeah, I had my priorities, and yeah, I wanted a particular thing. It wasn't given in this environment, so I was looking for another environment that would allow that to happen. Okay. I was very honest about that when I was going for job interviews. And I had one interview with this company, and I told him, I said, look, I was promised A, B, and C. I've been given X, Y, and Z. I want to go to a company where I can do A, B, and C because I want to be in recruitment. I love recruitment. I've wanted to do it my whole life. And talked a bit about, like, when I was younger and I wanted to be a football agent and be a director of football, and how the whole core principles of recruitment have always been in me and stuff like that. And that interest has always been there. And now that I'm actually here on a corporate level, like, this is what I want to do. And they understood that. And eventually I got the job. That was only after like what, 5 months. I didn't even hit my probation. My first ever 9 to 5. But the company that I was hiring, that I was going for, they knew that I wanted to be in recruitment. They saw that reliability in me. They saw that whole, like, if we hire this person, we know what we're going to get. We're going to get somebody who genuinely wants to be a recruiter and genuinely wants to work in this industry. Okay, that's what you have to sell when you go for these interviews. Okay, it's not about the idea that you're leaving a company after 2 or 3 months. Like, don't get me wrong. A lot of companies look at the safer hire based on the person who's been at the company for the last 2 years, over the last 2 months. Okay, sure, I get that. But at the end of the day, if you know what you want and where you are currently isn't what you were promised, but you know what you want and you're going for a company who on paper can deliver that, there's no problems. I promise you. Okay? That's from the logical perspective. Now, from the emotional perspective, if you are not happy, you need to get out of there. Okay? As I said, a lot of people have this whole perception of like, oh, I need to be here for X amount of months and then I'll start looking. People don't realize like you can be looking for a job for 2 years, sometimes 18 months. You know what I mean? Like it can be a long time, whether that's, 12, 18, 24 months. Like that job search can take a really long time. Okay, so just because you say to yourself, oh, I've got to wait till 6 months, then I'll start looking, you are then adding on potentially another year or 2 years in this current job. You know, the least you can do, in my genuine opinion, is just have a look, have conversations with people, whether that's just by networking or applying for positions and going in for interviews, just have conversations. You know what I mean? I think the core lesson of this video is I don't want you guys to be rejecting yourself from interviews, okay? A lot of people say to me, oh, I can't apply for this position yet because I haven't been in this company for too long. And I go, okay, who's told you that? And they'll be like, oh, but it's like, it's industry standard or things along these lines. And I'm like, okay, I get there's been, a common perception or a common opinion historically. That's fine. But who's to say that you're going to be, if no one's rejected you, if no one has personally said to you that this isn't the case and, you can't get this job because of X reason, just apply. Like, what's the problem with it? You know what I mean? There is no harm in applying for these jobs at whatever time frame that you're at your current company, because you never know. You may strike gold and you may find this company that's willing to take that chance on you now, and before you know it, you are out of there. Okay? Genuinely speaking, guys, this was something that, I'll be very honest with you, I had that limiting belief as well. I genuinely believe that after 4 or 5 months in a 9 to 5 with no other experience in recruitment, no other recruitment company would take me. But it was my parents who said to me, just go, apply for it. What's the worst that can happen? I was like, you know what? They're right. I may as well just start applying. That's what I did, And genuinely, guys, I'm so grateful that I've started this new job, because now I'm about, 6, 7 months into the new job and I absolutely love it. Every single day, I enjoy the work I do, okay? I love it. I feel supported. I'm happy. Everything's good, you know what I mean? And I genuinely just look back and I just think, thank God I just took that risk and just went for it. Because at the end of the day, it's not even a risk. Like I didn't quit my last job. I didn't say I'm quitting and then that's it. I went without any money for 2 years or something like that. I still had the job. If I had to do an interview, it was online anyways, and it was half an hour interview, do it on my lunch break, not a problem. Like I didn't really risk anything. And I feel like a lot of you guys probably overthink that experience as well. But yeah, I genuinely think, guys, like there is absolutely no problem with doing this. Okay? Go start applying, just have conversations at the bare minimum, or even before that, the bare minimum before that. Just start creating an exit plan, understand what you enjoy, understand what you value, and understand what you need to have at your next company, and look to build from this. Okay, this is what is so important, because at the end of the day, guys, a job is a job. You're gonna have good and bad days everywhere you go, 110%. But you shouldn't be in an environment that genuinely drains the life out of you. And by the time you get home to your family, you're being rude or disrespectful, or you want to cry. Like that's not normal at all. So if you're not happy, just at the bare minimum, start looking elsewhere. Okay? Hope you guys got some value from this video. If you guys did and you would like to work with me on a one-to-one level or learn about other stuff that I have, click the link below in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next episode.